All right, welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Sunday, June 11th. It's 4:51 p.m. here in the Arizona desert, and it's an interesting day. Crypto, Bitcoin definitely has been up and down quite a lot. So let's rock through this real quick and see what's going on this fine Sunday. So Bitcoin Daily View, as always, got more for you there. Looking at the current crypto universe in squares, mostly red, definitely green. Bitcoin's been flickering between green and red all day right now, coming in at 25,600. 25,942. All right, looking at the Bitcoin volume explicitly last 24 hours, 2.6 billion. That's not much, even for a Sunday, down 25% last 24 hours. So the volume is pretty darn slow. Be careful, because that makes it very easy for the big money to manipulate the crap out of the price action. So looking at Bitcoin explicitly right now for REX, last 24 hours, liquidations basically 800, actually 88,000 last hour. That's not bad, not too much. It's been volatile, so almost 100,000 there. 24 hours, last 24 hours, 8.59 million wrecked. That was slightly a majority being shorts. And of course, last hour, the majority definitely has been longs. So definitely got some price action going on. That's wrecking longs and shorts. People aren't trying too hard. That's nice to see. They're realizing the price action is pretty crazy right now, so they're really, they're playing it cool. Back here on 23rd of June, we had this kind of dump that took out a lot of longs. And of course, we had this crazy pattern here. This is a 15-minute chart. This happened around 10th of June yesterday. So yeah, yesterday we had some serious price action. It's kind of BART pattern to some extent. It just really, you can see the 15-minute chart. It was wrecking longs and shorts. This morning we've had some serious price action. So yeah, definitely you can see down here we are just seeing some longs and shorts getting wrecked for sure. Anyway, I won't belabor it, but be careful out there. Some volatile price action, and it's wrecking the shorts or wrecking along. You can kind of see these are big wrecks right here, but of course you have this little kind of like little static of wrecks. People are trying very hard, I've noticed, too long and short this market right now with leverage. Just something I've noticed. It's very aggressive. You can see the wrecks down here. These are short wrecks, mostly because they're in purple. Seeing some long wrecks come in, and the amount that people are getting wrecked, I mean, in the hundreds of thousands either way, trying to push it. It's just crazy. I don't quite get what's going on. Traditional markets, I mean, for the most part, you'd imagine the wealth management, the big money, and such like that wouldn't really be, I guess, up on a Sunday, but I guess they are, because ever since the 10th yesterday, I've just been seeing wrecks back and forth. People are aggressively trying to ride that thing and make some percent with leverage, and it ain't working. This kind of volatility, I'd be careful with even 3%. I shouldn't say 3%, but 3x leverage even. They're just BART patterning not only the retail trader, but by the numbers, it looks like institutional traders are trying kind of hard to get in there. So anyway, we'll not belabor it. Enough of all that. Let's look at long versus short sentiment on Binance, where the big money is. 69% long, 30% short. Definitely long bias right now for Bitcoin. Looking at Binance once again. Well, actually, let's look at all of them here. The top 20. Let's look at the top 20 exchanges here. You can see right now, mostly in the red for volume. So really, you can see the 7-day graph here trailing down. Basically, really, volume is very, very low, not only for Bitcoin, but for spot trading on all the cryptos. So on the big exchanges. So be careful. This is definitely manipulation, whether total derivatives, basically longs and shorts with leverage on Binance right now, 26,170. I should say, actually, that ends up being like 26 billion is what it really is. But anyway, it's under 30, it's under 50. We're good to go. I don't think the exchange is going to shake those off, although, do watch out for too much of a stack of with this positive sentiment here. Watch out, because if Binance or the big exchanges see too much, happiness as far as longs or leverage, and it starts moving, they will wipe those on you. So be careful. It's volatile. It's crazy time. Bitcoin right now coming in at 25,905. The top 100 cryptos down here, mostly in the red today. They were more in the green earlier, but they're beginning to kind of trail off. No alts really to speak of right now that are all that sparky. Although surprisingly, Polygon Matic definitely has been kind of holding out strong all day. We'll look at that before we check out of here. Once again, just looking at CoinMarketCap here. Looking at most cryptos, really not too happy. The market's pretty flaccid today. I got my cool indicators back. So anyway, Bitcoin here on the 4-hour chart. I know I'm pulling in a little bit of selective, data here. I know I could do, a fib sequence all the way back to like November of 2022. But I think this really kind of fits. Looking at that dump of March 10th, basically Friday, March 10th. This is a good dump, and this tends to really stick quite well. And I did notice that if you look at this, recently, even though it's been kind of crappy recently, because you can see that we have had a bit of a downward move. I mean, ultimately, this is not necessarily a downwards channel, but it's downwards momentum for sure. And I could even, if I want it, be a little bit sparky here and creative with my parallel channel here, and I could say that that's a downward channel in the 4-hour, and that's not too inspiring, but it's a good spot to make a bounce, because here we are at the 0.5 fib level coming in at 52,271. Are we making a bounce? It's been a hard day, but and one thing, do note this is very important: we're below the 200 moving average, the white moving average right there, or below the 200 in the 4-hour chart. That's not too sparky, right? If you look at all the beautiful indicators that I have here, let's fire these up so we can see them. Squeeze indicator is showing maybe some upwards momentum getting started there. The directional index is slightly in the green. ADX is trending up, but not that sparky. And let me just nix this indicator here. We're not really seeing any great volume right now either. So definitely, it's just not that happening here. Let's look at the 45-minute chart. There we go. Let's fire all this up. Let's get this in line. Okay, so for the 45-minute chart, did briefly, try to get up there and bounce off that 200 moving average, as you can see there. 45-minute chart, directional index was good, but looking at volume, let's just kill that. There's no volume to speak of. Squeeze indicators looking good, and we were in a squeeze. Got some nice, powerful momentum coming in. Directional index and ADX are not looking that hot. It's just weak. What I would say is I'm going to put an alert in for a 45-minute and a 1-hour cross the 200 moving average, really. And I'm just going to, at that point, if I see that cross, especially later on tonight, especially rolling in the Monday morning, I'm going to start getting a little bit more excited, I think, because we really have given a lot back, and I could see a run definitely come Monday morning. Just be careful, because like I say, there's not too much leverage right now. There's not too many derivatives on Binance that I'm seeing, but watch out, because we do have a preponderance of longs right now as far as sentiment, and if things start to crank, most likely, just be careful. Binance or the big exchanges, let's face it, allegedly they have the little conference call, and they don't want to pay that. They want to make money, so they want your longs to get wrecked if things start looking like they're going to have to really be, paying a lot of that. So anyway, everybody, real quick, let's just cover some news. I'll look at Matic real quick. Matic. USDT. Let's look at that on Binance. It's had, Matic, one to watch from Monday if it starts moving, but right now watch Matic from Monday. Matic might make a move. Let's just watch it. Put an alert in for the 45 and 1 hour to see if it crosses the 200. I could see a move starting. Definitely could see some velocity starting to flow, but just be careful. Matic took a hardcore dump, downward channel. Let's see what happens. Woo! It gave a lot back. If Bitcoin starts running, Matic definitely could be a player to make a few dollars worth with, allegedly. Just saying, not financial advice. Pennsylvania governor declared disaster after I-95 bridge collapse. If you think you got problems, well, if you're on the East Coast, you do. But if not, prayers for them, because I-95, I grew up in Delaware, and I-95, it's how the East Coast works. And this is tragic. This is going to jack things up. Censorship, hegemon must be stopped. They make a great point in this article, and it really just comes down to it's not only a person's right to say something, but it's your right to hear it that's being assaulted. So just something to think about. Ain't just the right to say, it's the right to hear. So everybody take care, and I will see you Monday morning. Hopefully if all goes well. Take care.